Hey guys, we're making my famous potato salad. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this one. Welcome back to Horseman Ranch and our YouTube channel. Today we're making my potato salad. I call it famous because it's famous to me. You're not really famous to anybody else. Quick story, years ago, probably 20 now, probably 20 years ago, there's this awesome barbecue place in a different place than where we used to live. And I went there at least once a week. I loved their barbecue. They had the great potato salad. I asked them for the recipe at least a dozen times. Okay, they never gave me the recipe. So one weekend, that's how crazy I was and still am. I bought a container of it, brought it home, and figured it out. And I got I hit it. Okay, so this is it. This is potato salad. This is my old written down from years ago. I've written it down a couple times. So I'll leave the recipe in the description. We're gonna double it today. I can't find my big giant bowl, so we're gonna use maybe 2 bowls. Try to figure that out. I don't know yet. So it calls for 5 pounds of potatoes. Okay, 5 pounds of potatoes, and leave the skin on. Red potatoes. Okay, boil them, let them cool off, drain them real good. Okay, and that's what we're going to start with. So we're going to pour about half of them in here. What we're going to do first, then I'm going to mash them with a meat masher, not a potato masher. Listen, you don't want to mash these up completely. You're not making mashed potatoes. Okay, keep that in mind. So this little hamburger meat chopper thingy works pretty darn good. We're gonna call that good because we'll mix it some too in a little bit. Okay, then we're gonna put, first thing was mayonnaise. It calls for 4 cups. So this is 10 cups of mayonnaise. I use Hellmann's. I know this is a big deal for people. They have their mayonnaise they use. I grew up on Hellmann's, I use Hellmann's. So use a good mayonnaise. We're gonna put so this is 10 cups in here. I need 8 of them. We're gonna put over half of this in here first to do some mixing, okay? It's a lot easier when we're not doubling a recipe. We're gonna call that good, okay? Now, we're gonna go ahead and fold it. Remember, it's a folding thing. It's not a hardcore mixing thing. It's a folding thing. You don't wanna have mashed potatoes when you're done. After mayonnaise, we're gonna put in our onions and jalapenos. It calls for 2 medium purple onions. Okay, so we have that on top. I'll put about 1.5 large ones, to be honest with you, because I'm doubling this. Keep in mind, jalapeno. I did not de-seed my jalapeno, guys, and green onions. So there you go. I'm not a de-seeder. I like some juice in mine, some flavor. So again, we're gonna fold that in a little bit. We're gonna put in there now some garlic. All right, this is some I think it calls for 5 cloves of garlic. We're gonna put that in there. That's about 8 or 10 cloves. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Calls for a small can of green chilies. I don't have a small can. I get 1 large one. So we're going to eyeball this. Just shows you guys know I love green chilies. I love green chilies over 20 years ago too. So there's 1 small can and there's 2 small cans of green chilies. Half a cup of spicy mustard. So we're going to do half a cup. And we're going to do half a cup because remember, we're doubling this one. So we're going to fold this in. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of our cayenne pepper, red pepper is what it calls for. And we're going to put a little bit of salt in there because you got to have a little salt. And we're going to stick some black pepper in there because everybody likes black pepper. All right, another folding job. And guys, we're about there. Okay, now we got to add a lot more taters. So how are we going to do this? We're going to figure it out. We're going to mash these in here a little bit. See there? And we're going to try our best to pour them in here a little bit at a time. You know what we may have to do is pour it back in this pot because this bowl is overflowing on me. And that will be all right. Note to yourself, if you double it, get a bigger bowl than I have. There you go. Okay. Only thing we're lacking here is if we need it is more mayonnaise. I'm going to slowly push this back in this bowl here. Make it be easier to mix. All right, guys, that's it. Quick video of my potato salad. Look how pretty it is. I know it's not pretty in this big old ginormous tub, but when you get them onions in there, purple onions, you got the green onions in there, you got the potatoes, of course, in there, and you got that spicy brown mustard, you get the green chili look, and you see that, them red pepper flakes of the cayenne pepper. I want to try this because it's what I got to do. And I'll tell you what, if you've never had a warm potato salad, you're missing out. So here we go. You ready? So good. Try this at home. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see you on Roast Bin Ranch.